Hey, how's it going, Internet? It's been a long time since I posted one of these. I think the last time was last year, actually. I just wanted to show you what I've been up to since then. Go ahead and give you a little preview here. I think the last time that I posted, I was still working on my MOBA style game. Since then, I've kind of moved on to a new project, which is more of a turn-based strategy type game, taking a lot of inspiration from games like Final Fantasy Tactics and XCOM. And so what we have here is three friendly units, and then some goblins placed throughout the map. Right-clicking allows you to drag the map around and see what's going on. And the way this game works is it rotates between the teams, between the player and enemy team. You move a guy, and then the enemy moves a guy. And then if whichever team has less units than the other, also has the option of skipping a turn. So that way it's always 1-for-1. Um, um, if you have less units, your units don't get to act more often. Then basically you don't get an advantage for having only one guy left, whereas if the other guy has five, you get one guy. You just get to choose when those guys go in the order of the other five. But the way this thing works right now is you see I have multiple kinds of terrain in here, and when I click on the move button, it shows me where I can move, and this calculates based on the tiles. Each tile type has a different amount of move cost, so I can move further along the roads, and the path doesn't actually really reflect the actual path that you would need to take to get here, which is something I need to update. But you can see I would be able to move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 along the road, whereas if I moved through the grass, I'd only be able to move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or if I'm moving through thick grass spots, you see I can only move 4. That's just reflecting that each of these have a different move cost to get through them. I also can't move through my allies, and when I get up close to enemies, you can't move through them either. If I decide this isn't the guy I want to use, I can actually choose someone else. And ooh, there's a bug I need to work out. But yeah, you click and he'll move there. And then we have a bunch of different attacks that we can use. When you hover over them, it shows you which squares you can affect with these attacks. I can't hit them from here, so I'm just going to skip this guy's turn. And then it'll let you choose which direction you want him to face. And then it goes to an enemy. You see the view automatically kind of scrolled over there, and he moved and did his thing. So now it's this guy's turn. This is I'm going to choose the bow attack, and you can see it highlights in red if there's an enemy within range, and then when I click on it, it gives me a calculation of my chance to hit and how much damage I'm likely to do. Then I'll click on him and dodge, so I missed. And there's a bunch of stuff kind of going on behind the scenes there, but I'm just going to kind of speed through this a little bit so you can kind of get the idea. So here now, this will be my last guy that I have to move, so now all the enemies are going to move that still haven't gone yet. So there's this guy, there this guy goes, okay, and this guy went. And now, since everybody's moved, it refreshes and everybody has the opportunity to go again. So now my guys are up again. I could use this guy, or I could use any of my guys now. But that's the idea. There's a lot of work that needs to go into it still, but I wanted to show you kind of where I was at, and also kind of show you how I'm going about it, because the way that I'm programming this, I'm making it very dynamic, so that I'm kind of creating a system wherein once it's complete, it'll be very easy for me to add new content. All my terrain pieces, all I have to do is basically just say how much it costs to move through them, and then all the code that runs in the background will utilize that. So I could add whatever kind of terrain I want, change the art however I want, and then just create levels with that that terrain essentially. Just dragging and dropping tiles for the terrain to make maps. This is all very basic right now, but it's a framework that I'll be able to create a lot of content from very quickly. The same kind of goes with the enemies. You can see here, when I create a new enemy, all I have to do is put in their basic stats, and then I have a system where I've set up a bunch of different types of AI. So all I have to do is when I want to create a new enemy, I have to say, okay, I want this enemy to charge the enemy, charge the player characters. I want him to stay away from the enemy characters, or group up with other enemies, or guard this specific area. And so these are all scripts, and then all I have to do is actually put into the enemy which AI scripts that I want him to utilize. So that makes creating new enemy types really easy as well. I can just be like, okay, here's a Cyclops, and the Cyclops, he charges, or here's like a little rat, and the rats tend to run away when they're at less than half HP, and so I just put in script AI runs away, and then he has that AI set that he'll use. So it's coming along. I think that once I get the basic framework in place, it's going to be a lot that I can really do with this. But that's my update for today. More to come in the future.